7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother... What we do here is go back.
Hey everybody, Steven Jensen here with Jessi Davin. She's below me in audio form. What's up, Jessi?
What's up?
What's up, y'all? I'm very tired, very tired this morning, but we are here for Money in the Bank predictions, brought to you as always by WrestleRumble.com, the best place to be for fantasy pick'em contest for professional wrestling. Tonight's top prize for the Money in the Bank pick'em contest is $1,000 cash. And we are going to give you a free entry today. One winner, one free entry. The way that this works, as always, if you are in the chat and you just want to get, basically what we do, just go through it right now. All the names that wind up on this list are eligible to win a free entry. We're going to pick one person off the list at the end of the show. The way to get your name on the list for the pick at the end of the show, very simple. If you're in the chat and you just say, I want a chance at a free entry, just say something about Wrestle Rumble in the chat. We'll put your name on the list one time. If you give us a super chat of any amount under $10, you get your name on there twice. If you give us a super chat of $10 or more, you get your name on there 3 times. So your name's going to go on there, on that list. We go to a website that generates a random name off the list. The person's name who pops up gets a free entry. So that person will have a chance to win $1,000 later tonight on the Wrestle Rumble Pick'em Contest. I'll shoot the winner's name right over to my boy Matt. Shout out to Matt at Wrestle Rumble. I'll send it over to him right after the show, and he will send you an entry through your email or through your Twitter DM. So, and anybody who's watching this, like Jessi or Doug or anybody, if I send you a free entry, which you will get today from Wrestle Rumble, don't forget it and fill it out.
I forget.
Hey Jessi, by the way, that's happened. That's literally happened at least once to everybody I've ever given entries to. So don't worry about it. And it doesn't take me or them out any money either. You know what I mean? Like it's not.
Yeah.
They're not losing anything. Either am I. Right. So, anyways, that all said, we are going to kind of see how everyone's doing today. Let us know once again if you want in on the Wrestle Rumble entries, and also, as always, that includes the super chat. So, like, if you send any amount of super chat or $10 or more and want your name on the list, make sure to also attach, predictions for Money in the Bank. Let us know who you think is going to win these matches, who's going to win the briefcases, who's going to win the championships. If you have any thoughts on last night's Slammiversary show, I did the post show last night for Fightful with Denise Salcedo. You can check that out. And if you want additional thoughts, I'll talk about Slammiversary. If you want some AEW thoughts, let me know. Same with Jessi. We're both big fans of a lot of this stuff. And
yeah, I also watched Slammiversary last night too.
Yes, awesome. So we got plenty we can talk about here with y'all. We're planning on going about an hour today. So once again, super chats go right through YouTube. The donation link is in the description below. Both of those get you shots at Wrestle Rumble entries. Both get your questions, your statements, everything read out on the air live right now. And this also goes up on the Fight Talk podcast audio feed the following day. So you'll
hi chat. I can't type. I can't reach the keyboard. But hi chat. Hi Hannah.
What's up, y'all? Hannah.
Hannah's here.
My biggest fan. My biggest fana.
Fana. Her name, it's a good name. It needs an S at the beginning to be a cooler name. Just kidding.
Shanna?
Oh, wait. It needs a V too. Oh.
I know what you were going for, though.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So, let's get into Money in the Bank here. Full disclosure, those of you who know me know that I don't really watch the WWE. So, I haven't watched their show since Backlash. I did try to watch SmackDown this past Friday. I watched a little bit of it. But most of my predictions here, I've been watching the show for, multiple decades at this point. I still have a pretty good idea of who I think may and may not win these matches based on who I'm seeing on this card. And Jessi, of course, keeps up with the product. So if you want more probably accurate predictions, maybe listen to Jessi. If you want more of the hipster, who do I think is cooler picks, then listen to her.
I see. I'm not cool anymore. I get it.
Well, I'm not saying you're not cool, Jessi. I'm just saying that you'll probably go with rational picks, and I'm just going to go with people I like, probably. So...
Hey, at this point, with the product in WWE, you might as well, especially with fans being back.
Right.
It's much like a clean slate, I feel like, hopefully.
For sure. Hopefully. And that's a big thing, too, is, like, the main reason that I've been watching all the pay-per-views still is because of Wrestle Rumble. Because I have a chance, just like y'all, to win money. Once again, first place, $1,000. Second and third both get $100. So, total of $1,200.
I'm so bad at Wrestle Rumble, you guys. My name never even makes like the top 50, so don't ever trust my picks.
It's been a while for me.
You know where I get it? It's like the time, and like will a table break at this match? Like that's always where I mess up.
Yeah, and those are in there like because I always second guess that, right? Because I'm like, no, probably not. Then I'm like, oh yeah, maybe. Like and then like that's. And then with the times, that's really the key to it. Like, the only time I've ever won Wrestle Rumble was NXT TakeOver New Orleans a couple years ago. And I didn't even get the main event prediction right. Like, I missed the biggest match. Like, I had Ciampa over Gargano, and Gargano beat Ciampa in the main event. But I did so well on everything else. I won because I got questions like, who would pick up a ladder first right? Who would step on a ladder first right? How long would each match go? I just happened to hit all those kind of questions that even though I missed the main event prediction, I still won the replica title belt in first place because of all those, like, The questions that you feel like aren't a big deal, like those are the ones you really need to get right to win Wrestle Rumble.
You know who's like a Wrestle Rumble pro
Hannah.
is Hannah. Yeah. Hannah wins like literally every time. She's a dang genius when it comes to Wrestle Rumble.
When on top of that, she's won the raffles multiple times too, just like the random drawings.
She's a Wrestle Rumble like savant. She's gifted.
Yeah, something's going on there.
That's luck, man. She's got that lucky. She's so lucky. It's so amazing. Like it literally blows my mind. It's so crazy. But I'm happy for her.
Oh, so am I. Absolutely. Like
it could not happen to a better person.
Yeah,
so.
For sure.
And her kids love the prizes. It's so cute. So
it's probably better that her kids get those than I do, because like that would probably be like my background right here, or I'd be wearing them. Like I've seen her do the picture, like the Ultimo Dragon style picture with like the belts all over her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wild, amazing. So, yeah. But I mean, hey, you never know. This could be the time where I give the right predictions. But I could give the right predictions and then pick something completely different on my Wrestle Rumble and screw it up. So.
True.
Yeah. Never know.
Well, let's talk about the show. So this is really the first time I'm like really looking at the card. Like I had it pulled up when me and Jessi were getting ready. But first match we have here, Rey and Dominic Mysterio, who are the tag team champions of SmackDown, against the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. This is labeled as a pre-show matchup. I know that the Mysterios won the titles pretty recently, from who, Ziggler and Rude, I'm guessing.
Was it? I don't
even watch the show, Jessi, and like I'm just going based on who I know have been champions recently.
At this point, I'm like, I can't think 2 days ahead and 2 days behind. So I'm like literally living in the moment at this point. I'm so sleep deprived. I'm like almost a half a year into complete sleep deprivation. I can't even spell my daughter's name. So
you have a good excuse.
Yeah, but this week on SmackDown, is this true or not? Someone tell me if this is true. Is it true that Dominic Mysterio, this is like his first time wrestling on SmackDown in front of fans?
Probably. Well, he's wrestled at the Saudi. He didn't wrestle though. I know he got thrown around by Brock at like one of those Saudi shows or something.
It was at the Saudi show, but I feel like this is the first time like actually wrestling. Like he's taken bumps and stuff, but I think this was his first time on SmackDown. They did a really good job. Him and Rey, they did a really good job in their match, and with the current events that have taken place with the Usos, I don't feel like them having the belts would be a good idea. I know in storyline perhaps it would be, but honestly, if I'm going to be truthful, with Roman Reigns' head of the table gimmick, I like him, Roman Reigns, like supervising like losers. You know what I mean? Like it makes for better television. It's funnier. It's more heelish for him to like chastise the Usos and make them feel and seem less than, even if they're crazy talented. You know what I mean? They could put on a great match, but if they get that L at the end, it's going to keep them looking bad.
Yeah, it's easier for it's better for Roman as the heel character he is. It's easier for him to bully these people around him if they're losing.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Kind of like Dark Order, like when the Dark Order was around, like when Brody Lee was still with us and they would lose. It was kind of really good to watch.
Yeah.
Especially on Being the Elite.
That was the best.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, yeah.
But
that's awesome. I missed that so much. Yeah.
I know. But so with that being said, I don't know if it's my turn. I just kind of started
yeah,
going.
go for it.
Okay. I was going to take Rey Mysterio and Dominic to retain in a babyface win for the first pay-per-view back in front of fans. Get that pop. I think it would be a really good way to start the show. I think this is going to be a great match because both of these tag teams are absolutely incredible. They're both relatives to each other. So they both really work well with each other, and I think it's going to be a really great match. I think it's going to be a bit of a spot fest considering the WWE style, but I like spot fests because I like AEW. So I think this will be a really, really good match. Is this the opener or is this on the pre-show?
Looks like the pre-show.
Oh, what? Oh man, lame. Okay, well, it's all big matches, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with the Mysterios also, mainly because they've like recently won the titles, and
Hmm.
I mean, I still don't know how good Dominic is. I just haven't seen enough of him to know. But what's up, Issa? Welcome back to the chat.
Hi, Lisa.
Issa and Lil Roman. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go the Mysterios too, and like you mentioned, like the stuff we talked about on the last show with was it I honestly can't even remember which Uso it was. Was it Jay or Jimmy? Jimmy. Yeah, with that stuff, it's kind of a bad look to put the title on someone as they're like dealing with what they're dealing with at the moment. So, but that being said, it'll probably be a good match. And it'll be interesting to see how much of the crowd is actually in the stands, like in their seats for the pre-show. Because if there's a lot of people in the seats, like this will probably get pretty loud. And Rey Mysterio is still Rey Mysterio. Like I can say what I will about a lot of the stuff I see on WWE, but like Rey Mysterio is always gonna have a spot as far as I'm concerned, like anywhere he is. So like, yeah, absolute legend.
Yes.
Um,
And don't ever be sorry in the chat for having a different prediction or opinion than me or Steven. Like, you are totally allowed to have a different opinion, Corey. Like, it's totally okay.
yeah, for sure. I do not mind at all. Like I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm probably gonna miss all these. Um, so the first match we got that looks like we got on the show, Money in the Bank ladder match. Winner gets a World Championship contract that they can cash in at any time for a calendar year. We got Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, McIntyre, Big E, Owens, Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. I notice here that it says King Nakamura. Once again, being out of the loop, did he beat Baron Corbin for the crown?
Yes. Yes, he beat Baron. Well, yes. And Baron Corbin. Oh my! Have you seen what's going on with Baron Corbin?
I saw memes on Twitter of him with like his hair kind of growing back in, but
He,
he's still bald.
yes. So he lost his king gimmick, and basically to him it means that he like lost his mojo and his like the man has completely like I don't know how he's aged so exponentially within the past like week or two, but the man looks like he's aged 20 years. So now he's like, my house is getting foreclosed on. I'm losing all of my stuff. Like he's like, and then he started like a GoFundMe.
But wasn't it? I now remember. I did see that part. It was on SmackDown this past Friday, right? And that was but he was also. It's like half sympathy, but well, not even half. But it's mainly him still being a jerk because he's like talking about how his kids have to eat spaghetti instead of Wagyu beef.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's we'll see. We'll see how that goes. For Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Thank you, Corey, for the super chat. I'll give you some extra Wrestle Rumble entries for that. It says, lots of love to you, Jesse. Hope you get your sleep. Me too, Corey. Outlook, not so good if I'm going to Magic 8 Ball myself. But, yeah, honestly, I need sleep, but I'm kind of used to not getting sleep at this point. I'm just running on autopilot.
And yeah, thank you, Corey, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. And you'll get your name on there for that super chat. You get 2 on the list. Boom. There you go.
I've already got him, Mr. Jacko, and Jordan Lannister as people that wanted Wrestle Rumble entries. So if anybody else wants a Wrestle Rumble entry, just type Wrestle Rumble in the chat. And then if you want 2 extra entries, any super chat under $10, $10 and up, you get 3 extra
Yes.
chances of entry.
Absolutely. Your name will go on the list at the end of the show. We'll pick a name off that list, and you'll get an entry to fill out today for Money in the Bank. So as far as the Money in the Bank contract match goes, I guess it's on me first, and this is going to be once again a complete guess. So based on the little bit I do know about what is going on, Riddle and Orton are still a team, correct?
Yes, there's tension.
Okay, so that's going on. So it's probably not Riddle. McIntyre is probably like the really, really obvious one, right? Like probably the whole story is probably pointing to him winning this. Because he lost recently, right, to where he can't challenge for the title as long as Lashley has it.
Yeah.
So so it's one of those like the most obvious picks probably McIntyre based on story. You've got Big E, who the fans really, really want to see get this big push. You got Kevin Owens, who's been there, done that. I'm obviously a big fan. I'm wearing his t-shirt today. But he doesn't necessarily need that. He's already like a main event level guy. King Nakamura, I don't know what the hell they're doing with that. No idea whatsoever, other than I saw that that dude playing guitar for him for his entrance.
Bugenhagen or whatever.
Yeah. And then Seth Rollins, same thing as Kevin Owens, like bona fide main event. Could challenge for the title at any time without even needing the briefcase. And then Morrison and Ricochet, I just don't think have a chance in hell of winning this match. So, man, I think the two best answers would be either Big E, based on like, will they actually listen to the fans, give them something different, something that they want, and they have like all these potential stories with him as the champion, and like Kofi's going for the title, which we'll talk about later, and all that stuff. Or do you go like the super obvious route and go Drew McIntyre, since he can't challenge for the title, but this is the loophole because he'll have the briefcase? I don't know. I'm going to take... Right when Backlash ended, I said I think Drew McIntyre will win Money in the Bank. But I feel like, knowing WWE, they don't... And it's one of my biggest problems with WWE. It's often that they don't just do what makes the most sense. Like, what makes the most sense probably is just McIntyre winning. But because it's, like, too obvious, I think they go someone else. And based on process of elimination, I'm actually going to go with Big E. What about you?
I am going to go Big E, ride or die. Big E, ride or die. Listen. You have got a clip of Big E saying his dream match would be with Goldberg. And if they're really going to do it, like if Goldberg is truly coming back and maybe he does beat, I don't know, Bobby Lashley for the championship or something like that. Like there's no way he's beating Roman Reigns. There's no way. And I know there's a draft coming up, but I know like, so not only have you got Big E who has planted the seeds with Goldberg, you also have Bobby Lashley fighting Kofi Kingston this evening, correct, for the WWE Championship, which could potentially happen, and that sets up a Kofi Kingston Big E match. So you could have a Goldberg Big E match, which the seeds have already been planted. You have a Kofi Kingston Big E match, which the seeds have already been planted because they're tag team partners. Like, that's already been there. That's always a good match. Then, if Bobby Lashley retains, you also have Big Hoss versus Big Hoss. These two big, meaty men slapping meat. I would love to see that match. Yes. Thank you for the sound effects. I think Big E is the best choice, especially considering that we are going back in front of fans. You want the big babyface winner. I know Drew McIntyre deserves to win in front of fans and blah, blah, blah. But right now, I feel like this is Big E's moment. I really do. I feel like this is Big E's moment. I feel like he could challenge either Bobby Lashley or Roman Reigns, honestly. I don't think he'd win against Roman Reigns. I don't think Roman Reigns is losing the championship until like The Rock at WrestleMania. I would love for Big E to win. I think it's the right choice. I think it's the smart choice now that we're back in front of fans. Sorry, Drew McIntyre. You had your moment. It was in the pandemic. I feel bad for you, but that was not your fault, and it's not my fault either. But I want Big E to win.
Yeah, so we both got Big E. I think he's going to be a pretty popular prediction. And then, without getting into it, me and Jessi talked a little bit before the stream about Goldberg's reported return and all that stuff. And I'm just going to put it out there. Like, I grew up on WCW. I am Jewish. I'm from Atlanta. Like, as a kid, Bill Goldberg was like my hero in wrestling. Like, I love Bill Goldberg, right? But like, in his return, in his run up through WrestleMania 33, the perfect send off for Bill Goldberg. Like, it was done perfectly. He comes back, beats Brock Lesnar, beats Owens for the title, loses in a really good match against Lesnar at WrestleMania 33. His kid's there, the whole deal, does the speech for the crowd. Like, it was perfect. But since then, I have no interest at all in seeing this guy on television, and it's just another reason, once again, once the fans come back, it's going to get so much better. Just the writing is just going to all of a sudden just 180 completely, and it's just going to get so good again. But we'll just bring back Goldberg. Like, if you wanted me back as a fan of WWE, maybe, like, don't do that. Like who wants to see that still? Especially when he just lost to Drew McIntyre clean. You lose to McIntyre clean, disappear. You're still 50-something years old. You were never good in the ring to begin with. It's just getting lamer and lamer as the years go on because you're just older and older doing the same thing over and over. And once again, coming off a loss, I guarantee you it's him versus Bobby Lashley. Guarantee they'll immediately do that. He'll somehow just be the number one contender to Lashley. So yeah, I will not be watching. So there you go.
Yes. And you know what? We got a super chat from Deshaun Turner. Thank you so much, Deshaun. You got 2 extra entries into our drawing for the Wrestle Rumble entry tonight. So thank you so much for that. It says, "Hey, Jessi and Steven, I want E to win Money in the Bank and Joe to retain championship. Everything else I can take or leave."
Are you talking about Joe, like Roman Reigns, retain the championship? Is that what he's saying?
Bobby Lashley?
Well, he's like, I know Roman's real name is Joe, right? Yeah, Joe Anawai. But yeah, Deshaun, thank you very much for the super chat, and you're also going to get your name on the Wrestle Rumble list twice for a potential entry at the end of the show. So thank you. Yes,
thank you so much for that. And you know what? I completely agree, Deshaun. I want Big E to win Money in the Bank. Yeah. We'll get into our predictions for the other matches later, but I completely agree about Big E. Oh, Roman. Yes. Okay. Yes. Completely agree. Thank you. Thank you so much. It really does mean a lot to us that you gave us that super chat.
Yeah, for sure. And Corey, like you mentioned in the chat, says, I love your passion from you about Goldberg. I can't stress it enough. Like, it's not fun to watch your heroes, like, become lame. You know?
Yeah,
like,
it's worst. It's literally the worst.
Yeah. So, next match we have the women's version of the Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Ash, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, Natalya, and Tamina. As you can tell by the screen here, I clicked on Nikki Ash because I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I found out about the whole almost a superhero thing she's been doing.
Oh, so, no, you didn't know about that?
No, I didn't. And, like, once again, this is just all of this fuel in the fire of, like, all these things might as well just scream directly into my face. Don't watch Raw on Mondays. Do not watch Raw on Mondays. Don't do it. Even if you love wrestling, stop doing it. That's what I feel like is screaming in my face every time I see this kind of stuff. But you're up, Jessi. Who do you think wins this Money in the Bank ladder match?
Really quickly, Deshaun Turner said, I meant Roman. Thank you so much. I gave you some extra drawings or entries into the drawing for this. Thank you. You didn't have to super chat that. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, Joe, Roman, same thing. Because, I mean, sometimes you never know, kayfabe. But thank you, Deshaun. Back to this Money in the Bank, this women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I honestly, you look at the. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a good match. You've got Asuka, who won last year. You've got Naomi, who's incredible, amazing, talented, deserves all of the praise in the world. One of the best wrestlers in the company right now. You've got Alexa Bliss, who's doing some spooky, ooky magic. She's definitely, I'll tell you what, to her credit, even if the gimmick is weird as heck, she is giving it her 110%, and she has a future in acting because she is just incredible with it. She rolls with it, and she does well. She's incredibly talented. She's got this crazy, spooky, ooky gimmick. She's got the super worldly stuff on her side. You never know what she could do. You've got Nikki Ash, who's almost a superhero, who I know you haven't been watching, but she has been on a winning streak lately. She's been... Yes, and actually the almost a superhero gimmick is something apparently that she pitched to Vince. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt and letting it work. It's very wholesome and very cute, honestly, because it's, Nikki Cross.
It's for kids. It's for kids on a kid show.
Yeah, it's cute. I don't mind it because it's if it was anybody but Nikki Cross, I'd be like, what the heck? But Nikki Cross is so
I mean, they
innocent.
did it with like the Hurricane and Rosie, and so I mean, like,
Yeah. But I'm talking about like today's modern stars when you think about it. Um, I think I think it's cute. She's been lucky as heck lately. You never know. Her luck could run out tonight or her luck could continue. You've got Zelina Vega, who just came back and just kind of uh, got in because Sonya Deville said so. Cool. Don't mind it. She's talented. She comes back. She's like, hey, I'm here. I'm ready. Cool. You've got Natalia and Tamina, who are both a tag team, who are pretty fierce, and I think they are the tag team champions. I'm pretty sure they are. Natalia, seasoned veteran, inspirational. Tamina is there, so yeah, I mean, more power to her. But I think the person with the most going for her, the one that has a story to tell, the one that has been fighting for this spot for so long and has given it her all, is Liv Morgan. And I think with a Becky Lynch looming returning, so supposedly, allegedly, rumor mill says so, I feel like it would be a beautiful story to tell if Liv Morgan finally brings down that Money in the Bank briefcase, finally gets a big win under her belt, only to be overshadowed by a returning Becky Lynch. To fuel the fire under her butt, to get her more motivated, to keep her mad, and to keep her story going as this underdog babyface. I think Liv Morgan has the story to tell, and I think that briefcase is hers to win tonight.
okay, so you got Liv Morgan. I don't know if this was still like pandemic era, I'd probably say Alexa Bliss via Magic, um, which still might happen. Yeah. Jeez. The Zelina Vega thing is interesting too, because like I saw that when she returned, they just kind of played it as like, oh look, it's Zelina Vega, like she hadn't been gone from the company or anything. Like,
She like took a break, they said.
yeah. Um, Italian Tamina, like you said, I think they are the women's tag team champions, but I mean that has to be the most worthless set of title belts in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, my God. Sorry, only second to the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Those are even less valuable, but yeah, I don't. I mean, Asuka, I doubt it because like for the same reasons I wouldn't pick like Kevin Owens or Rollins in the men's match. I wouldn't go with Asuka because she doesn't really need it. Naomi, that could be an interesting one. I think.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss via Magic, like I said, that's always a possibility. I don't know what her current story is though. Is she like who's she? Is it still her and the doll trying to attack Shayna Baszler?
Well, allegedly the doll is in timeout, but now they changed her music and they changed her Tron to where it's like literally just a picture of that doll.
Hmm.
So, but she's still doing ookie spooky magic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss in my prediction via Magic. Next we have.
We have a super chat.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go with that.
Thank you, Matt Reichel. I think I'm saying that right. Thank you so much. I gave you 3 Wrestle Rumble entries because you put the word Wrestle Rumble. Anybody who puts the word Wrestle Rumble in the chat gets an entry, or gets a chance at the drawing for an entry. And then I gave you 2 entries for the super chat. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Kenny's trying to do a super chat. There's also a link in the description for the Streamlabs tips. You can always go through that. And I think it goes through PayPal. So definitely.
That will wind up. I believe the PayPal sends me a notification, and me and Jessi split everything on the show half and half. So like, if it goes to Super Chat or to PayPal, like we make sure to still split it between the two of us.
Yeah, definitely. But thank you so much, Matt. It says Wrestle Rumble, and what about Becky possibly returning tonight? What do you think?
If Becky could come back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's possible. She needs to come back soon. I think. I know that she's been like, I've been seeing stuff on social media about like her, working out and getting back like ready to go again. So, I'd say if I had to put like a percentage on it, especially with there being fans tonight, do they hold off till tomorrow night? But like, is tomorrow night going to be the big Goldberg surprise? And you don't want to overshadow Becky Lynch with Goldberg.
Oh, God.
So I'll say there's like a 70% chance we see Becky Lynch tonight at Becky in the Bank, Money in the Bank.
Becky in the Bank. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm gonna say it's tough for me because I feel like Becky Lynch is on such a level, like such a high pedestal, like a Brock Lesnar pedestal, honestly, in the company that I don't know if Money in the Bank is a big enough pay-per-view for her to come back on. Like I feel like SummerSlam would be a really good one for her to come back in, but I feel like that's too late because I feel like they would want to advertise that for ticket sales. But or pay-per-view buys, but I guess that's kind of a lost cause. And she's still like 7 months postpartum. She's still, the baby's still pretty dependent on her. You don't know like what's going on in her, her home life. It's all about if she's ready. I mean, physically she looks ready as heck. I mean, as a mom that's postpartum, talk about triggering, seeing that and going, oh my God, why? Like legitimately, I'm gonna be triggered when she comes back because it just makes me want to crawl in a hole and die. She looks amazing, which all the power to her. It's nothing against her. It's all me. But you know, she's physically ready, but it's probably about like mentally ready. And whenever that is, I know I'm not trying to say she's weak or anything, but it's just you never know. Um, I, I say it could happen tonight. Like I said, it would be really cool for that Liv Morgan story for her to come back and kind of be a part of that story, the antithesis of the Liv Morgan run. But then again, that would mean she would come back as kind of a heel. So I don't know. No, she could come back as a babyface and Liv Morgan could be the heel. But then you can't really have that come up in story. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's WWE. It's not like they do anything like that. Um, I don't know. It's tough because honestly, right now, and I don't want to get too controversial, but there's like a surge of cases going on right now with like vaccinated people, and with the changing events, I don't know if Becky's gonna want to come back. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I'm thinking way too much into it. It's wrestling, for God's sake. Um, I'm gonna give it like an 85% chance she comes back tonight.
Okay. So yeah, we both think there's a good chance she'll be back. And then
That was a good way. I apologize.
Kenny the Bastard sent us a donation. I got the message right here. A $10 dono, so you'll get your name on there 3 more times. Kenny, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It says, for my predictions, boring Alexa wins for the ladies. Our chief playa, Roman Reigns, retains. Big Boob E. Oh, come on, man. wins for the men, because a big man with... Oh, okay. I see. I've almost gotten in trouble for this in the past on other streams, like like pulling the Ron Burgundy, just like reading whatever's in front of me. I can't read this verbatim. Kenny, anyone who saw it on the screen has already seen it. And it isn't anything that bad. I just don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to put words in your mouth.
He's talking a lot about Big E's chest. We'll just put it that way. But I think it's more of a compliment than anything else. But and then he just says the rest of the card is meh. I agree. Yeah, well, I'll get to the Roman Reigns stuff here momentarily. And it sounds like he has Alexa Bliss as well for his prediction for the women. So thank you, Kenny, for that.
Thank you, Kenny. I put you down 3 more times.
Yes. Oh, and yes, Corey mentioned the Anna J. Preston Vance. On the donations below, I have it set to where there's like different GIFs that'll pop up on the screen through donations that'll pop up through super chats, and there's some Easter eggs there too, like certain donation amounts that if they make sense in the wrestling world, like a lot of there's random amounts in there that like if you hit certain numbers, certain GIFs will appear. So all right, I should have actually went from the bottom, so I'm going to start doing that here because so we don't we'll save the title matches for last. Well, the world title. What's that?
I said okie dokie artichoke.
Yes, I love artichokes, by the way.
Me too. They're
love them. That was what I had for my birthday dinner this year was artichokes and crab legs. That's what we did.
Oh my God, I love crab legs too. Oh, what kind of crab?
It was it was really good. Like maybe snow crab. It was like really sweet.
Ooh, oh shoot.
Yeah, my parents shelled out for it. It's like for once a year for our birthdays, like they're just like, all right, anything you want for dinner. It's like the big thing that we do for each of. Like, I have 3 siblings, so like once a year we all get like a special dinner basically, and that's what I chose this year. And both go so good with melted butter, the artichokes and the crab. Ugh.
Oh, sounds so good.
But yes, love artichokes. So this match here, we got AJ Styles and Omos defending the Raw Tag Team titles against the Viking Raiders. It's on me for the prediction. I'm going to say, I mean, there's no way they can take the belts off AJ and Omos right now. Like Omos, once again, I haven't been watching, but the little bit I've seen of Omos, like, for a guy his size, you just got to protect him. Like, because he looks like he could not be beaten. He is so much larger than everybody else on the show that, like, please, WWE, don't screw this up. Like, this is, like, you got a chance here to kind of make something special out of him. And AJ Styles, I'm always going to be Team AJ Styles, no matter what he's doing. He's one of the best wrestlers in the history of the business, in my opinion. And the Viking Raiders are an awesome tag team. So, like, they're going to do a lot of cool stuff. And, I think the moves will be cool. There'll be a lot of cool spots and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I feel like you got to go with AJ Styles and Omos to retain. What do you think?
I agree. Happy the Viking Raiders are back and not injured and all that. But I think Omos or Omis, whatever, I think he is the moment right now. I love the dynamic between him and AJ Styles because AJ Styles just looks so damn tiny next to him and it just looks so funny. But you have the fact that he looks so tiny, but he's such a damn good wrestler. And then you have like just the contrast of Omos, who's just huge and tall and doesn't do as many flips, but damn, he gets the work done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I live for this moment. I love them together. I think it's great. I don't want to see him split up anytime soon. I really don't. Even though I think Omos could definitely have his own solo run. But I think him and AJ work really well together, especially now that you're back in front of fans. Get used to being in front of fans. Get used to kind of getting that hot tag. Just get used to it. I'm going to keep them to retain. I don't see the point of taking the belts off of them anytime soon.
Yeah, I totally agree with everything you said. And that's the big... I've been saying it, ever since I saw... Well, I shouldn't say ever since I saw. I first saw Omos as the bodyguard or the door guy for Raw Underground. RIP Raw Underground. But
I know.
Ever since I realized that they were actually going to use him as a wrestler, and they paired him with AJ, this whole thing, this whole project is literally, this is made so, like, it's giving Omos the best chance possible of being successful on his own. Because AJ Styles is literally the best person you could be standing there tagging with, or be on the outside of the ring and just watching what he does. And learning. Just be a sponge for it. Just learn and learn and learn and learn. Because eventually AJ will turn on him, or vice versa, and
yeah, duh, AJ could probably turn on him,
and that'll be a big, I think Omos, it's inevitable that guy has to win the world title, like he has to. I know people will hear that and they're gonna be like, why would you put the title on a guy that we like don't know? If he can wrestle at all, which he's proven he's at least okay, create some outliers, like. Market this dude. We hadn't seen him before. Like, this isn't a guy who's been overexposed to the wrestling world year after year after year and been, like, ruined by the company. At least not yet. Like, think Braun Strowman and, like, how over he was, and they just waited way too long to put the title on him, and by the time they did, nobody cared. Like, I'm not saying Omos is ready right now by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that's the way I see this all trending, and I could see Omos maybe being the champion by, like, WrestleMania next year, or maybe even that soon. But that said, for the time being, yeah, you got to keep the titles on AJ and Omos.
Yeah.
All right, up next, we got... you were on the pick for this one. We got Roman Reigns defending the WWE Universal Championship against Edge. Who do you got and why?
Ooh, that's tough. I mean, I'm gonna... Cena. Oh, my husband just came in with a bold pick. He just did a run-in with a bold pick. He said he thinks Cena's going to come in and cost you the title, Edge.
Well, it's going to set up Cena versus Reigns.
Yeah.
It's gonna set Cena versus. Ooh, spicy. You really think that's gonna happen?
Yeah.
You think that's the big surprise tonight? What about Becky Lynch?
She's going to enter the Money in the Bank.
You think she's gonna enter Money in the Bank? She doesn't need Money in the Bank. Okay. Anyway, sorry.
No, those are good predictions though.
Yeah, he's a spicy one. He can predict stuff. That just changes things. Does that happen? Yeah, that could happen. I think you give Cena on the pay-per-view, you get that Peacock money, and then you get the big pop in the rating on Monday. I feel like they would want that, especially since it's NBC's network. I'm gonna wait. No, never mind. It wouldn't be Monday. It would be Friday, wouldn't it? Duh.
Well, I mean, they could really do whatever they want, though, at the end of the day.
Yeah,
they can just put people
John
wherever.
Cena during the draft, he was on both brands, wasn't he?
The brand split isn't real. Let's all be honest.
Yeah.
That's all one company. But yeah, I know what you're saying, though. It would make more sense if, like, logically speaking, it would make more sense if this was SmackDown for sure. But
yeah, because that's the bigger show. It's a better show, honestly. I saw a tweet, and I've seen a few tweets that said, I honestly wouldn't mind one. Oh, that was a baby burp. That said, I wouldn't mind Edge having one final championship run. I agree with that, but I don't think it should be at the cost of Roman Reigns' championship run. I feel like Roman Reigns has something really special going on here. He is the moment. He is the champion. He is the head of the table. There was a clip I saw on Twitter that did not air on SmackDown, but he gave the whole crowd the middle finger on his way out on SmackDown on Friday, and I thought that was just really great. And I was like, he has been waiting to do that for so long. He has wanted to give that crowd the middle finger for so damn long. So given the level of, like, given the magnitude of Roman Reigns' character and the weight that his title reign has, not only on the whole storyline and not only on the, the level of storyline, not only on the, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's not only helping, like, the show in general, it's also helping the integrity of the belts, I feel like. Because for a while, those belts were just kind of like, who cares?
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like Roman Reigns being the champion has given that Universal Championship such a high honor and distinction again. Given that, and given that we have a potential Cena run-in too, I'm going to go ahead and obviously go with Roman Reigns, even though entertaining the idea of Edge winning is kind of fun too. It can't happen.
Yeah, I'm 1,000,000,000% going with Roman Reigns. I don't think there's a chance in hell Edge wins this match. And there's people in the chat mentioning Edge and Seth feud. That's been brewing, and there's been rumors of that happening at SummerSlam. However it gets done, I think Roman beats Edge to retain the title. I do think Edge will win the world title again at some point before he, like, retires again, whenever that winds up being. But yeah, like you mentioned, Jessi, you just can't do it at the expense of the Roman Reigns title reign. And that's another thing is, like, the titles, like you mentioned, the only title that I think has really any value in the WWE is that Universal Championship. I don't care at all about any of the other titles, and the only reason I even care about this one is because Roman has done such a fantastic job of being the champion. So yeah, I echo everything you said, except I'm just very firm and, like, I do not think Edge... Now, here's the thing. This will be a win of a match for me as a fan. If they can convince me at least a couple times during the match that Edge is going to win. Like, if they can get me to be like, oh, damn, like he hits, like, 3 spears in a row or whatever, and, like, he's covering Roman, and it's like, oh, damn, like, you might get him. If they can get me to that point once or twice, I'll be totally happy, because I think it's just such a foregone conclusion that Roman wins, and he should. Like, he should be the champion. You mentioned, him and The Rock. That's what everyone wants at WrestleMania next year, and even when that happens, I think Roman Reigns needs to beat The Rock clean. But, like, he's got to be the champion at least until then, in my opinion. So,
yeah.
So yeah, just
if you
keep
hear
it going.
baby farts, I'm sorry.
No, I couldn't, but
Good.
After that, we got Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair. I feel like I have talked about this every time we've done predictions for what feels like forever. And I'm going to go with the same pick I always go with. I go with Charlotte. Like, I don't pick against Charlotte in title matches ever. So it's like if you play rock, paper, scissors versus me, I always throw rock. Always. It's like the ultimate reverse psychology. Because like you figure eventually I'm just going to switch it, right? But I don't. Right. So like it's on you. You got to get in your own head and decide if you're going to throw anything, but you know rock's coming, but what if it doesn't? And with Charlotte, I pick her every time. Like, it doesn't matter. If it's a title match, I pick Charlotte Flair. So yeah. And also part of my line of thinking here is they've done this match over and over. Why do they keep going back to it if they aren't going to switch the title at some point? So,
boom. Cash money on that one.
So, yeah. Sounds like we agree.
Yes, I completely agree. You know, Rhea Ripley's character right now, like I've said before, is just so not her. Like, you can tell she's not comfortable doing it, or at least it appears that way. She just comes out and gives the same, like, weird grin, like, side grin, holds onto her little vest, does, like, the side grin. She looks like a Sims character, or like a Fortnite character.
Oh, I know exactly. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It feels like you're, like, just pressing a button and making her do a dance. Like, it's weird. It's just not her. And they have to keep. There's got to be a reason they keep doing Charlotte versus Rhea, and I feel like you've got to let Charlotte get the win. And I don't. And I don't like this feud because I don't know who's the babyface and who's the heel. They're both kind of just bitchy. I know that I hate using that because they're both girls. I get it, but they're both kind of just like, I don't know, short-tempered, I would say. And I'm just gonna say Charlotte. Yeah, bank on Charlotte.
Yep. We both got Charlotte Flair, and the main event, the last match we got here, the WWE Championship on the line. Champion Bobby Lashley, who will, of course, have MVP in his corner, taking on Kofi Kingston, who will have Xavier Woods in his corner. And just before we make the actual picks, is Lashley still doing the thing where, like, there's no Hurt Business, but it's, like, women around him? Or have they, like, pivoted?
Yes, but he threw a temper tantrum, and there's planting the seeds for MVP and him to be not together anymore.
That's why I was asking. Okay, so, interesting. Because obviously they were firing on all cylinders with the Hurt Business, and I just haven't been paying any attention since they broke them up. But it's nice to know that they're probably going back to that direction or something similar. It's on you, Jessi. Who do you think wins? You got Lashley retaining or new champion Kofi Kingston?
Ooh. This one could go either way for me. In one point, I see a very confident and very powerful almighty Bobby Lashley, and who's done very, very well in his title defenses, including against Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, which completely shocked me. Then, of course, you've got Kofi Kingston, who is a veteran champion, super babyface, ultimate babyface. Never underestimate him. I think MVP is going to cost Bobby Lashley this match. I'm just going to go bold here. I'm just going to say MVP costs Bobby Lashley this match, and that sets up the final breakup in the turn. And you have Kofi Kingston winning the championship, and then you got Big E winning Money in the Bank. I don't know. I'm just trying to be spicy.
Yeah, that's interesting, though. I mean, I could see that possibly playing out that way. I just haven't watched enough to know, like, if the tension between MVP and Lashley, if it looks like it's going that direction, or if it looks more like they're gonna, like, refocus and, like, because all the Hurt Business is they're still all employed, right? Like, none of them got let go.
No, they're not released.
So they still got Shelton, Cedric, Bobby.
Yeah.
Am I missing someone?
Nope, that's it.
MVP, I guess. And they can always add to that. There's more talented people out there. Or you can create something new that's, like, similar to the Hurt Business with other guys that are, legitimate or whatever. But I got to go Lashley to retain.
Which, I mean, honestly, I should go that, but...
Yeah, I mean, a big part of it, too, is, like, the whole... If Goldberg is coming back, it's going to be Goldberg and Lashley for the title, if that is... if Goldberg does come back. But But Kofi, you can never count him out. The Kofi. See, here's the thing. There's a whole other story they could tell. I don't think they will, but there is a whole separate story they could tell. Like, Kofi wins the title, and depending on if they can get Brock back in the near future, like, you could always run Kofi and Brock back with the whole story being that Brock, just destroyed him the first time, and, like, it's Kofi's big, like, redemption story. But outside of that, I don't know why else you would put the title on Kofi. Outside of maybe if he wrestles other New Day members for it, but I don't know if I ever really want to see the New Day against each other, because, like, they're the one thing ever in wrestling where, like, friends that didn't turn on each other. It's kind of nice to actually have that one time ever.
That's true.
So, I don't know, but I'm going to go Bobby Lashley. I just feel more confident in that. And I think Savannah, she either agrees or disagrees. I can't tell based on that reaction. She agrees. She's going with Bobby Lashley as well.
She's trying to eat the pillow right now.
There you go.
She's gnawing at it.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much it for the picks, though. So, we can get the thing set up for the Wrestle Rumble contest here, and we'll talk about the sponsors as well.
Why don't you go over one last time how people can enter while I send you the initial list?
Perfect. So the way that this works, y'all, here in just a minute, we're going to have everyone's name on a list. And it's going to be a random name generated off of that list. You're going to see me do it live right on the screen, so you know it's not fugazi, there's no catch or anything. The way to get your name on the list, if you say the word Wrestle Rumble in the chat right now, that's totally free. Just say Wrestle Rumble in the chat. You get one entry on the list. If your name was already on there from earlier for saying Wrestle Rumble, you don't get it every time you write Wrestle Rumble, but, we'll make sure of that. But if you just write Wrestle Rumble in there, you get one name on the list. You give us any super chat right now for $10 or less than $10. You'll get your name on there twice. A super chat of $10 or more, you get your name on there 3 times. And once we have that list generated, I'm just going to hit a button, and somebody's name is going to pop up on the screen, and that's who's going to get a free entry to the Wrestle Rumble Pick'em Contest for Money in the Bank. And the top prize for that contest is $1,000 cash. So first is getting $1,000, second and third are both getting $100 each. So a lot of cash on the line. Somebody's going to get a free chance at that. And Matt from Wrestle Rumble actually just texted me. What's up, Matt, if you're watching this? He just texted me saying, basically, he's ready for the names. So whenever we get your name up there on the screen, I'll shoot it over to Matt. They'll put you on the list, and Wrestle Rumble will email you or direct message you out your free entry. So Jessi just sent me the list. Let me get that pulled up on my screen. Ooh, the list is actually longer than I thought it was going to be. There we go.
Yeah, it's a big one. And I added Fangirl, too. I do have everybody that said Wrestle Rumble so far. Did I get Paul? Is Paul in there?
I don't see Paul.
Add Paul.
All right, I'm going to take the screen away for just a second, y'all, as I get this set up. Random. Oh my god, I know I do this every single time. I always default to random.org, but that's not the one we use. It's random name.
You can't have the computer. No, you have a blanket.
There we go. I think this is...
No, I can't have a computer.
Yeah, here it is. This is the old list. Almost done. Thanks for bearing with me, y'all. And then make sure Fangirl was on there. And what was the last one? Paul? Okay. Alright, y'all. So, here is the list. As you can all see, all the names are on there. We have multiples on there for people who super chatted. And basically, the way that this is going to work... Actually, let's throw Issa's name on there, too. I know she's in the chat right now. Alright. So, whoever's name pops up when I hit pick a random name is the winner. And just make sure, as long as you're in here, like, I just need a way to contact you. So if I don't have your contact information, I'll reach out to you on Twitter, like right now. Just let us know what your Twitter handle is in the chat if you win. And I'll get your information so that we can get you over that free entry right now. So the winner of the free entry for the WrestleRumble.com Money in the Bank Pick'em Contest is... Kenny the Bastard. Congratulations, Kenny. Kenny, I'm not sure what your Twitter is. If you are still in here, please let us know that you're still in the chat so that we can get your information to send out your free entry. Congratulations, Kenny. While we wait on that, Jessi, if you don't mind just kind of telling them about the stream and whatnot, and I'll get the sponsors pulled up and wait to hear from Kenny, hopefully.
Sure. If you hear a baby crying, so I gotta change her diaper when you're doing the sponsors. So basically our chat has been absolutely incredible today. Thank you so much to our chat. Sorry I haven't been able to type anything in there. It's been kind of hectic here. But yeah, we love our chat and we love having amazing new people in the chat. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for your predictions and your super chats as well. I hope you had lots of fun. If you like what you saw today, please do consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that bell so you get notifications when we go live.
An earthquake of maximum measured intensity of 1 occurred.
There was an earthquake in Japan.
Oh, I was wondering. I thought that was my computer. I was like, what the hell did I just press? Okay.
Sorry, I'm an earthquake nerd, and I really like to watch this live stream of J-Quake, which is the earthquake alert monitoring system in Japan. I know it's weird. But there's going to be a big one soon. There's foreshocks happening. But anyways, so please consider hitting the bell notification so you get notifications of when we go live, because right now it's kind of fluid with, you know, the crazy hectic schedule of summer vacation and being a mom of 2 kids by myself usually most of the day. And do please consider giving this video a thumbs up. If you give this video a thumbs up, it means that more like-minded people are going to be recommended this video, and so we'll get more amazing people like yourselves in the chat, and we'll have even more engaging conversations, and it really does mean a lot to us, and it's completely free. So please do consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. And now to our sponsors.
Yes, and Kenny, Kenny, I found your Twitter. If you don't mind, just shoot me a follow real quick so I can message you, and then I'll get your information, like your personal info, like not on the stream. Thank you for sending that so I can get in touch with you. I'll be messaging you right when we get off the stream here. And our sponsors, as Jessi mentioned, here we go. WrestleRumble.com. We've been talking about them the whole night, or the whole morning rather. And this is the contest. $1,000 cash for the winner. Second and third both get $100. And it's only $10 to enter. So if you didn't win a free entry, it's only $10. Grab yourself an entry. And thank you for everybody who entered our raffle, because that obviously directly supports us, but also, you know, shows Wrestle Rumble some love as well. They have multiple contests going on right now. Only $1 entries right now. They have 2 extra tickets for AEW All Out. So if you want to go to All Out, throw $1 in the pot, you might win 2 tickets. Check it out. I mean, it's that simple. $1 entry, 2 tickets to All Out. They got a custom art contest going on right now for fans of Seinfeld and professional wrestling. Really cool artwork there. It's only $1 for that too. You just throw $1 in the pot, boom. You could win this really cool custom artwork. And then they have the Solo Monster custom title belt. Once again, these are only $1 entries as well. And all of the entries are down at the bottom of the screen here. On a normal web page, I think it'll show on like the right-hand corner. But yeah, you just pick which contest you want to enter, and it shows you the prices. And yeah, good luck to everybody. Thanks always to WrestleRumble.com for being a part of the show. And make sure to follow them on all social media at WrestleRumble to stay up to date with all their contests. Also, shout out to Music City Toys and Collectibles. They are the place to be for action figures, any kind of wrestling memorabilia, you know, autographs, DVDs, old magazines, anything you think of. They have it. Music City Toys and Collectibles. They're nice people to give you fair business. Check out their retail location if you're in the kind of Nashville, Tennessee area, Watertown. 101 West Main Street in Watertown, Tennessee. I know that Gallows Anderson and Brian Myers were all there signing autographs a few days ago at that location. So, like, they're bringing in the big guns. I got to meet Dan Severn a couple months ago. They've been bringing in a lot of great talent. They had the Tonka, I think, recently. So yeah, check them out. Support Music City Toys and Collectibles. Make sure to follow them on all social media at Music City Toys, and check out their new website, musiccitytoys.biz. And last but never least, shout out to my brother Brian Jensen. He's a boxing coach. He's an owner of Steel Boxing and Athletics in the Atlanta, Georgia area, and he can help you reach your goals. If you want to learn how to throw hands, get in better shape, lose weight, compete at any level in any kind of combat sport, or even if you just, you got any kind of neurological stuff going on. Like, he's completely 100% certified to help Parkinson's patients, people with Alzheimer's, people with any kind of neurological issue, dystonia, MS. Like, he's certified in all this stuff. So, like, he can help you from everything from, like, just learning how to defend yourself, all the way through, competing professionally, all the way to, if you got something going on and, like, you just want to get some flexibility back, maybe ease some of the pain that you deal with on maybe a constant basis. Brian can help you with a lot of this stuff. Doesn't matter what size you are, what age you are, where you live. He can help you with all this. If you're in the Atlanta, Georgia area, you can, stop by his gym, or he can meet you in person at your business, in a park, whatever is most convenient for you. And if you're anywhere else in the world, he can help you online. He does Skype sessions, Zoom calls, that kind of stuff. He'll help you reach your goals. The best way to get in contact with him is to follow him on Instagram at BoxingATL, BoxingATL. Just shoot him a message. And same with all of our sponsors. If you tell them that me and Jessi sent you their way, I promise you get a really, really good deal on whatever you're looking to do. Also, as always, independentwrestling.tv. If you use code FIGHTTALK, that helps me out a lot. It helps the whole channel out a lot. And yeah, you can watch great independent professional wrestling. I mean, they have thousands upon thousands of shows, and they do live stuff pretty much every weekend at this point, multiple shows a weekend. It's awesome. It's only $9.99 a month. And once again, using my code FIGHTTALK, FIGHTTALK, all as one word with no space, put that in the promo code spot. That directly supports the Fight Talk podcast. And my Twitter, of course, is FightTalk _ FIGHT. TALK _ everything I do, I'll just keep updated there. And Jessi, what do you got?
Woohoo! I hear rattles. Sorry, I had to move. She's at the point now where she gets bored. Yeah. And she actually play, so it's pretty cool. So basically, yeah, just follow me on Twitter if you want to see me. I live tweeted Slammiversary last night. That was really fun. That was a great show. I'm gonna live tweet Money in the Bank, so that'll be a lot of fun. Probably live tweet Raw for like the first hour. I don't know. I fall asleep a lot. So that's where you can find me. That's where you can mainly find me. If you want to actually DM me, if you actually want to see more of me, don't look for my Facebook. Don't look for my Instagram. I'm not going to add you. Those are completely private. Please do consider subscribing to my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/JessiTheBuckeye. Finally going to be able to get active on there soon. Got some stuff lined up. Got some really cool things planned. So I'm really excited to get those things done and share those with you guys over there. And so onlyfans.com/JessiTheBuckeye. And I also have a Papa John's pizza code. Jessi25 gets you 25% off your online order. $25% off. It's a great deal if you want Papa John's pizza. It'll come in handy during football season. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, she just fell completely forward.
Bless.
Yes. Well, she can sit up now. She yeeted herself forward. Anyways, but yeah, it's a really good deal. It'll be good during football season. And if you want to order some pizza for Money in the Bank tonight, Papa John's. Yeah. Here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, anyone who watched Slammiversary last night, or even if you didn't, if you want to see a full review of that show, myself and Denise Salcedo did a review for Fightful. You can find that on the Fightful YouTube channel right now. And I'll be recording the Fightful Select Weekender podcast right after I get off of this. So anyone who's over there at FightfulSelect.com, that'll probably be uploaded within the next hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on how long it takes me to record the show. So yeah, support Fightful, support Jessi, support me, support the Fight Talk podcast, all that stuff. Very much appreciated. Before we sign off, anything last second here, Jessi?
Nope. I hope everyone has a good night and enjoys Money in the Bank and has a lot of fun.
Yeah, same here. All right, enjoy Money in the Bank, y'all. Once again, as somebody who doesn't watch the show on a regular basis anymore, I'm going to be watching, so I'm hoping it's an entertaining show. I really do. I don't go into these things hoping it sucks. I go into it hoping it's going to be good. So I hope it's a good show, and regardless, I'm sure I'll wind up talking about it somewhere. So, y'all enjoy Money in the Bank tonight, and me and Jessi will be back soon.